Hi everyone! A lot of people have been asking me to show a video tutorial of how I make my flower crowns. And usually how I start is I'll have some kind of an idea of the concept that I'm going to be shooting and the type of model. So this model, I went and got a wig to match my model. She's a brunette and she has longer brown hair. And then we're going to be shooting kind of like a flowing wedding dress, kind of summery sundress kind of thing in a flower field. So I thought this would help me get closer to the look, and I can kind of match up what I'm doing and try it on a couple of times to see if it's kind of working. Some things that I have to start are, I ordered some flowers off of Amazon. These are $7 for a bouquet of them. I have 2 of them. And then I went to the thrift store to kind of get some filler flowers. And these are really super cheap, so hopefully I can make use of those. Got some wires to help make the crown. Some glue sticks. I always have a lot of glue sticks. Scissors, pliers, and wire cutters. And last but not least, I need a glue gun to hold everything together. Alright, let's get started and see what I can come up with. So everybody has a different way to make the flower crowns. I'm going to show you a simple way that I do it that makes it really super easy for me. To start out with, I take some wire and I'll loop it around like 3 or 4 times. It's going to depend how many flowers I'm going to attach, because you'll want to have more wire or thicker wire for heavier crowns with a lot of flowers. But if you're just making a simple one with just a few flowers, then you can get away with a really lightweight wire crown. Alright, so I went around 3 times for this. And then I get it in a little circle like this. And I don't secure it yet because I do want to kind of try to see if it's going to fit my model's head. But I leave it a little bit adjustable. So let's see. That's a little big. It's going to go right over her head, so I have to make it a little smaller. I'm going to wrap these edges around a little bit, secured on one side. I know I have to check the sides again to make sure I didn't make it too small. Alright, that's going to be perfect for me. I like it right there. So I'm ready to start. So I'm going to wrap around this side too. And some people worry that there's pokey wires sticking out, and if it's going to hurt the model, you can always that's what I have the pliers for. You can always take those ends and turn them and pinch them in so that they're not going to catch on the model. It also helps so that they don't catch on the clothes or anything when you're transporting them. So that's a really good thing to do. Another good tip that I found from somebody is they always just add a little bead of glue right there to cover up the end of the wire. So that'll also help it from falling apart, but it also protects the model's head. So that's a really nice thing to do for your model there. So put these on the side. My workstation tends to get a little bit messy. I think there's a few people that can relate to me. Alright, so I just have 3 wires going around and a little wrap on each side. We're set to go. Let's add some flowers. So with these, try to think of your general color that you want to make first. I think I really like these muted ones, so I'm going to start with those. And what I do is I pull these flower heads off and I kind of try to align them a little bit. Some people like a lot of leaves on their crowns. Some people like only flower heads. It's going to be a total preference on what you're trying to accomplish. If you want a lot of leaves, put leaves on there. If you don't want any leaves, don't put any leaves on there. It's all a personal preference. So it looks like I have 3 lighter ones and 2 pinkish ones. You can put some roses on there. I think those will go good with it. Oh, and you run into these little snags like this. Like this one just came apart like that. So that's really easy to fix. I always leave a little bit of an end there because then I can stick it through kind of wherever I want and kind of adjust it a little bit. And some people will still bend in these ends so that it doesn't poke the model's head. It's a really good tip to do. Get another, cut this off. You can cut it flush too. These have a really thick wire in there, so maybe cutting it off flat is a better option. Alright, and so it's not going to be like a candle ring holder like these are sitting straight up. You're going to want the flowers to be facing out sideways. So you kind of have to watch where you're gluing them. You don't want to glue them all straight up like that. Then they're going to be pointing up in the air, and you kind of want them pointing out. So let's start aligning them and gluing them on. Ready? Okay, so I've kind of spaced them out good enough and get this general idea of where we're trying to go with this. I left a little space in the back because people usually don't have pictures of the back of your head, so I don't focus too much on the back unless I'm going to make it like a dual crown where it kind of looks one way from the front and then you can turn around and have a whole different look. So it depends on what you're trying to get out of your fully functional crown. The glue is drying on here. I want to make sure they're in place before I move it around too much. If I pick it up and they all fall off, that's not going to help me too much. So I'm going to secure this one a little bit more. I think the rest are pretty good. There's going to be a lot of these glue strings, and I usually don't worry too much about them because I'll get them all at the end. They're going to be all over the place. Alright, so now I'm going to look for some filler. And remember, it's going to be up to you if you want to have leaves in there. What I like to do instead of leaves is I find these little fluffy flower parts, and I like to put those in there because to me that looks a little more flattering than just leaves. But leaves can add a really nice look too, so it's all going to be what you want to show. I really like those. And I don't think I want to go with these dark leaves because, or these dark flowers, because her hair is brown. It's not going to show up. You definitely have to start thinking about that. If it's a dark-haired model and you use these really dark flowers, when you're taking a photo, it's not going to show up. Alright, so we got these flowers, and I'm hoping there's 2 more. That one just fell apart. Usually they pull right off. That one fell apart for some reason. Might come in handy though. Alright, so I do have 2 more. That's going to be pretty much what my flower crown is going to look like. So, and if you're wondering, I use this board on here, it's like poster board, because it's cheaper for me to use these. I can use them a whole bunch of times and then throw it out and buy another one. It's cheaper than ruining the table with the hot glue gun and having to throw away the table. Alright, so this is kind of going to be what it's going to look like. I'm going to glue it all together and we'll see. Oh, this one came off. Okay, I got to start doing some heavy duty gluing. Don't stress out too much if a flower falls off. Just grab the glue gun and glue it right back on. Alright, so now we're going to wait until this cools off a little bit. So once it's cooled off a little bit, I usually try it on the mannequin to see kind of how we're doing here for looks. And if you notice, I didn't put a lot of this stuff right in between the two front flowers because you'll have to pay attention to that when you're taking pictures and you put like big huge flowers right here in the model's forehead. I'll show you an example. So if you put these big flowers here and you're taking a picture with the flash, this is going to cause a shadow on the face. And sometimes it'll obscure an eye or something like that, so it's not really something that you want to do. Unless you want to do it. If it's your goal, but I usually leave a lot of space there so that the light can see the model's face like really good. Okay, let's try it on. See, for me that works great. She's going to have light hitting her face. Nothing is going to block. Okay, so I'm just going to try to fix this up a little bit. And the reason I use this really lightweight wires is because now I can kind of move it around a little bit. See how I can make it a little bit lower and tighter on her head? Now it's not even going to move. Or you can have it kind of sitting more on top or to the side. So, alright, let me fix this up a little bit. I got to really glue everything down now that I know that it looks good. And I'm going to glue everything a little bit heavier with the glue so that it stays in place. I have a couple of them that want to move around, so I'm really trying to glue them down good to secure them. Another trick that I do to make it more secure, and this is for people who really like leaves, it comes in handy, is if you glue leaves from the back side coming up, it can really help hold everything into place. So maybe instead of leaves, I want to use these little berry things. So then to secure that, I'm going to put a really lot of glue on there so it can kind of hold between the glue of the flowers and the glue on the wires and kind of just secure everything, bond it together. You won't even really be able to see it much, but it really helps make a stronger crown. My glue fell out again. It kind of helps hide the wires on the top of the head too, in case you have the model at an angle or something. You want to kind of think about that. If your model's sitting on the ground in the field, she'll definitely have pictures where the top of her head is showing, but if she's standing the entire time, then she probably won't. And again, like this could have been done And you could have stopped right there, but I'm just adding a little extra just to make it a little sturdier and to fill in the gaps where I can see the wire, because that kind of bothers me and I don't really like having to Photoshop everything, so I'll take care of it now. So these aren't entirely bad. They do help cover stuff up. So I'm not sure what we're doing for time, but I think we're pretty close to about 20 minutes to half an hour. I'll double check all of that. Okay, so I have to start getting rid of all of these little glue strings. Some of them might be really thick, so they'll have to be cut off, but most of them just pull off really easy. But if you do close-ups, these show up really bad, so do kind of give your crown a once over and pull these strings off before your photo shoot. Try it again on my model's head, or on the mannequin's head. But I don't want to glue it to her hair, so I want to make sure the glue is kind of cool off a little bit. Alright, I think that's good. What do you think? Alright, let's see what it looks like. I think it's going to work great. There you go. And we even have leftovers.